Okay. How about I don't say BG right away? Yeah, I meant to say TP for VFA, but I said BG instead, which is, not going to work. Anyhow, I think I showed off the game well enough to sort of, demonstrate what the idea was all about. Now, I will note that there is some criticism to sort of say about this game, and the fact that it's very fast paced, and it's not the easiest thing to follow. We're gonna do some all any though because of you have to jump back into that, and it's the more popular mode anyways. Someone's running in other people's houses. Yeah, nobody can actually run into other people's houses like this. See what they have in their house. Here we go. Lots of lovely names. On notebook, we do scrolls to indicate stuff that sort of can shift your chances of getting stuff. Though in this case, we're the Arsonist. We're gonna get to burn people. Alright, so this is one of the neutral killing rules, so shall we say. The idea is that we douse people and then we set them on fire. And it takes a little bit to do. Alright, 4 is dangerous. 4 is out of the fact that there's an arsonist in the game. So yeah, basically it's saying there's an Arso, there's a Crusader, and there's a Witch. I was going to say Crusader Knight 1. Yeah, we're going to roleplay as a Oracle and see if it works for me. Whoop, this guy's got stabbed by a serial killer. Now I'll watch these rules here a little bit because if someone basically says my number, I gotta watch out for it. So 7 here is saying he's a tracker. Increasing his TP. Looks like they're going to up 13 here. That's what we'll claim, by the way, hopefully. I'm just going to innocent this. So a couple of you voted instant, yucking me. So they're saying 4 and 9 are sus. Alright, who said that? They're saying 2 is confirmed. Well, we'll go on 7, I think, because he's the tracker. So a bunch of people basically, like, you know, visiting me there. One was basically a tavern keeper. The other could have been 7, who knows. I'll note that 5 visited me at least, because, you know, these 2 are, you know, some of these guys basically visited me already, so whatever. So 4 died. He was shot by the veteran. Luckily, I was roadblocked, so I didn't actually move out, but you know. It does seem that someone visited me there. I got really lucky with the fact that you did get roadblocked there because it could be real bad if, like, you know, I wasn't roadblocked. Some were seeing I was like visiting him, so I wouldn't be able to claim Oracle. Let me find we'll up him again. I haven't doused this guy, right? So I guess get rid of someone who isn't doused that can, like, you know, up in flames. Now, the whole idea of, like, the Arsonist is that basically, like, you try and douse everyone and then burn them all at once. So you get, like, a multi-kill. And if you get yourself into, like, a 1v1 with, like, you know, a townie, then you're just gonna, you know, win for sure. Unless you're, like, you know, able to kill you right there. Well, we might get haunted. Now, I could hope that basically, like, you know, he haunts, like, one of the other people, but it could be me who he haunts here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people who are, like, you know, not doused. Now, I could, like, ignite these guys to sort of, like, get them all killed. But I'm just going to douse 2 and... Well, you know what? Let's go after 6. So I douse 6th. What is 2, by the way? Like, what are you claiming? So, the Crusader here just got haunted by a Jester. Apparently he was chaining with 6. Oof, he got shot by a veteran as well. There is a veteran basically in this, I have to watch out for that. So Ozco just died. I was gonna say selfed. They might up me here. Now we'll go in 15, why not? Yeah, they want to hang me. Oh well. If I get this off, great, but I'm probably going to get roll blocked. And we're going to douse him. So I douse someone who visited me. That's probably 7, by the way. Alright, so they want to up 3 because they think he's probably, like, you know, Coven. It'd be really awesome if I pull this off, because I haven't really been, like, you know... Well, yeah, they're basically calling me out because at this point they didn't know that I was witched. I mean, I can try and ignite them, but, you know... Probably should ignite a lot sooner, but oh well. So yeah, 12's gonna roll block me and they'll hang me tomorrow. Everyone knows I'm Marcel at this point, but well. Would be nice to actually, like, you know, get a night off, but, you know, it's difficult. Probably should have went for 2 a little bit earlier, but oh well. There's my fake will. Yeah, I probably should ignite that, like, you know, second last turn. The problem was I knew there was a vet. I suspect it might have been, like, you know, 2, but really could have been anyone. Apparently I had amnesiac in the game. Now note that the all any you basically see here is just a basic all any. There is, like, you know, evolved forms of it. I note the whole idea of this guy is basically, like, you know, he does people who basically, like, visit you, or, like, you know, basically, like, you know, you douse, and then, like, you ignite them all at once, basically kill them all at once. And it's basically an unstoppable attack that, like, can't be stopped, so unless you're, like, invincible, you can't, like, you know, avoid it. So there are people here that are veteran. This guy doesn't like, this guy's basically like a stay-at-home type of killer. He basically, like, just stays home, alerts, like, you know, up to 3 nights, and anyone who basically visits him basically gets killed. There's also a tavern keeper. This guy basically, you know, gives people a drink to try and stop them from doing stuff. And I think we also had a trickster. That'll be over here. This guy's sort of like a mix of, like, both town protective and killing. He'll basically absorb attacks that are basically, like, you know, leashed on top of him, and he'll, like, send them right back at the enemies. Also tracker. This guy just collects information to see where to basically go. And I think the rest are basically coven people. So you have, like, a hexmaster. This guy's very similar to, like, the arsonist, by the way, in that he's basically trying to, like, you know, cover everyone with hexes. And if he basically hexes everyone, then basically, like, you know, the coven wins. And basically, just like me, he didn't have everyone hexed, so, like, you know, he couldn't win. So there's that. There's also Witch. This person basically casually controls people. He basically makes them, like, you know, they'll basically attack other people. When they do that, they learn who basically they control. So if they control, like, you know, say, like, they control, like, you know, the veteran. If they control the veteran, they'll learn that it's a veteran, and they can, like, you know, send basically into something to try and kill him. Or you can basically send people into veterans if they know who they basically are, to try and kill them as well. And for the Necronomicon, they basically attack people, the Witch. I'll note that Hexmaster is kind of interesting because when they have, like, the Necronomicon, they don't actually do, like, you know, they basically attack as much. Basically, with the Necronomicon, they can do the basic attack, but if they hold it, they can use it to make their, like, you know, visits astral. So they have, like, 2 options of it, which is different than, like, you know, most of the other classes. There was an X, by the way. He basically just tries to, like, get someone, you know, someone hung. That's all his role is basically all about. But yeah, I probably should, like, you know, ignite the town to try and, like, you know, leave it between me, the, like, you know, the coven, and, like, you know, the veteran. So that the veteran be forced to be, like, in a, you know, who gets to win. hopefully it gives a better, a good view of like, all it's basically all about. I probably won't do like too many of these like, videos for like, Town Salem 2, because it just takes a lot of research to sort of like understand what you're basically supposed to do to win. Plus, it's kind of hard to sort of keep up with the information on the side. But whatever. Hope you guys basically enjoy and take care.